Asenivusela maswahla amahle sithathe ke lithuba kunibingelela nakunemukela ke ehlelweni Embili kanye libito lami ngingiJohn ngwakaPhirezi Sibongo kuyajabulisa maswahla amahle ukuthi ke lo mtsala wethu insuku sigcinile siphinde ke sithola lithuba namuhla ukuthi besingadibana ke kulo ke lihlelo ukukhulumisa ukuthi ngabe live lakithi ke libheka kuphi sihamba kanye indlela masiya Embili lengikuthanza ngaleli gama lalo lihlelo ukuthi alisho lokuthi le tinkinga adikho noma ama challenges akekho kodwa likhulumela lokho ukuthi asiyeni Embili kanye la kunalaba bhajiwe asente ke siciniseko sekuthi siyabuka lokuthi babanjwe phi sizame ke lokukhiphana siye ke Embili. The truth is kukhona abantu lasebaqalile ku realize ema efforts noma ke ema fruits of tinvo letendiwako. People that have ventured into business can attest to the fact that impilo yama isafana nayitolo ngiyabekisa lo bekace angakaqala ibusiness lo sidiwe ke wathola ifinance wakhona ukucasha labanye abantu which is what we are advocating for ukuthi noma ngabe usebusinessini mangabe kunema challenges ngiyabekisa kumbe sikhulumisa leto tindzaba leto nalabanye kumbe labangathola imisebenzi ngiyabekisa nje amavikini laphelile besikhulumisa ke tindzaba dabo career expo sakhulumisa kulela vikulela indzaba ye skills audit survey kubuka lokho ukuthi ugraduateile but awuthola umsebenzi what are the challenges, and we realized lokho ukuthi some of these qualifications no longer speak to the requirements of the industry. But I think this is also now helping our stakeholders to really sit down and think about whether or not to continue reproducing some of the disciplines or the qualifications that we've been seeing over many years in the market. Nanamuhla ke maswahla amahle sibuyile nje sitokhulumisa ke tindzaba letifana ke naleto kwekuthi ikakhulukati ke esigabeni lapho khona ke bantu labasha bathenga ke emathuba bathenga ke kuchubekela Embili yini lesingababambisa ngako kude kuthi ke nanabo baye ke Embili kanye bathathi ukuthi sesinciphisile ngiyabekisa inombolo tephuya inombolo ke abantu labangasebenzi lo hlelo lo lungaloko maswahla amahle kuleli viki leliphelile bekuthe ke kune Youth Entrepreneurship Summit le kungiyona ke namuhla sithi ke sitawubuyela ke emuva kiyo sibuke lokho ukuthi ngabe vele kwakukhulunyiswa ini kakhulu ema objectives ayo alongside its theme changing youth destinies through entrepreneurship ebekade kusetshenziswa kuleyo ndzaba leyo manje ngakhulu emaswati langasebenzi ikakhulukati lawo ke la kule bracket ukuthi abantu labasha when we spoke to the people from the skills audit survey, we learned that 58.2% of youth unemployment in the country comprises of young people in the Kingdom of Eswatini, which is why we are happy when we see stakeholders convening to try and address issues that affect young people in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Ekulo hlelo ke namhla maswahla amahle ngihlethi netivakashi letimbili la lekwenhlangano ye Junior Achievement lebe kwathi inkungiyona ke ilungiseke lo msebenzi we Youth Entrepreneurship Summit ngenasiphesihle Mkhonda lo nguyena ke communication officer wayoke lenhlangano ye Junior Achievement lesiyade kakhulu ngekuchuba ke ema mentorship programs etikolweni for abantu abasha ukuthi badane ke ema business kanti we've got a critical stakeholder also in the industry in FinCorp Eswatini lebangibona ke basekele kakhulu umsebenzi we Youth Entrepreneurship Summit, but we also know that they have collaborated with Junior Achievement in terms of making sure they absorb the young people that have been trained, that have been mentored, that have been capacitated by Junior Achievement Eswatini to make sure that they receive the necessary funding to now commence or to push their projects. Specifically angubingelele tatewethu nguphela thuba lekuvusela Maswati.
Siyabonga John, thank you for having us as Junior Achievement. Sibingelele kubo bonke babukele ekhaya.
Sibonga kakhulu siphesihle mancoba ngidakwethula esiveni ngibonga ukuthi nje nawe uthuleke lithuba kusivakashela mnethula ngicela kupha lithuba vusele Maswati.
Thank you Mr. Perez. Siyabonga ukuthi ube naso ehlelweni lamhla. Sivuselane babukele emakhaya lesitabe sichubeka sicoca nabo kulehle.
Sibonga kakhulu ngicela kucala ngawe siphesihle. First of all maybe umuntu akaqala nje ngokunithumisela nekubonga lokuthi kumbe kuleli viki leliphelile nichubeke lo msebenzi lomkhulu kangaka ema summit siye siwabone kubanjwa lawa lamakhulu at international level kumbe akhulumisa abo climate change kumbe naseveni ukhanze ukuthi kunema summit lamanye labanjwa at national level. Your organization put together a very interesting and a meaningful summit kuleli viki leliphelile. I think it was from Monday until Friday lapho khona benhlanganise abantu abasha ngaphasi kwesicubulo lesithi changing youth destinies through entrepreneurship. Ungasichazela nje umstikede nje umlando ukuthi kuze kuyahlanganwa evikini leliphelile enhlanganisa abantu abasha kutawukhulumisa tindzaba leti bathini zabo kusukela kuphi.
Ngiyabonga Perez the opportunity nekuthi nje sikhona ku unpack and reflect at the same time ngayo Youth Entrepreneurship Summit. We had actually thought about the Youth Entrepreneurship Summit after our executive director attended the Africa E-Trade Summit that was in Durban last year. Ubuya, executive director, with the idea of how she had experienced Bantu Labasha from across Africa coming and exhibiting their produce from their different countries. Nemaswati beka khona. What stood out for us as Junior Achievement at the summit was that these young people were part of the sessions that were going on like Africa E-Trade. They were not just selling their products pela. They were benefiting from the interactions that were being done there. So, because we are Junior Achievement Eswatini and we advocate for entrepreneurship, we are supposed to be seen doing something that is entrepreneurial in that way. So, Entrepreneurship Summit is one of our ways of showing the entrepreneurship within Junior Achievement. We have quite a number of other programs. I think we've unpacked them. But we had not done anything for the out of school youth that stands out, that is going to also attract interest from all our stakeholders and also ensure the consistency like my entrepreneurs at lesiwa producer. When we deal with these young people, since it's an entrepreneurship space, see our lama challenges that these young people are experiencing on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis. So we then thought if we bring up the youth summit and bring up lama topical issues that are affecting the young person who is interested in business, sitawukhona lokho ukuthi si ventilate sonke as bantu labasha nalama stakeholders ethu eve lokho ukuthi sikhala ngani siphefumule kahle kahle sifuna lokho, because you know how young people are always saying sisikhulumisene, and we believe when they say nothing for the young person without the young person, they mean just that. Sikhanze kwathi kunemhlangano ye youth kugcwele thina eJona sesiyi youth thina. So we're trying to correct all those narratives lesesinawo ukuthi bantu labasha bayavilapha, bantu labasha bahlala ba unreliable. But we are seeing that these young people want to change, but we don't want to change the narrative. Uma ngabe John 5 years ago or 10 years ago wawusitsakwa, so decide ukutibutha akufanele sekukhumbutela la ubuya khona awusasiso sitsakwa, and we should encourage you on your new lease of life so ithethe. So this is what we're trying to do for the young person. We are saying siyati ukuthi umlo musha bekuthiwa unreliable ukuthi umuntu akafuna kwenda business nothing corporate lo sihleli naye lamhla bekangeke a risk imali yakhe nedi umlo musha. But because we are changing the narrative, let us be seen to be supporting these young people. Let us come and talk to them and tell them ukuthi thina lo kusenda ukuthi singaniki imali ngilokho lolo kwenda ukuthi nambhoda angawathenge ama vegetables akho yini. Come in a round table and talk to these stakeholders. So this is how the Entrepreneurship Summit was born, and we want to make it a yearly summit. Ngesingathi sithe kule summit yethu we want to brush up bantu labasha bethu babe sharp for the international summit trade fair that we then have in August. Sikhulumena nje sathi sifuna nayibuya trade fair sifuna yethu nje lihola lebantu labasha nje kuphela. Siyaye sathi lapha ukuthi baba nabo correctional service in Ministry of what banemahola abo.
But where can you find young people's participation?
Ngiyo ke lele sesicalako ukuthi asibabise phela labantu labasha sebakhona nabo bangathi sebaqalile bale different areas where they are, kungabi khona lo benda babe central babuye batosherisha ema ideas bo coms bayahlala kanye kanye sisherishe say nase kulikhulu kanje be media babuta nje. You have peers who are always going to give you advice. Nalaba be business labantu labancane, when we bring them together they form networks. So uyathi lo munye ukuthi hey nangabe semazambane amseka amancane ngiyakhona kushayela lokho alavumisa lengimadiko lomnye lo lemazambane sikhona ukusupporta le market lesiyitholile. So it is just a platform, a forum that we have created as Junior Achievement to say young people are there. Nalama stakeholders ethu laba labathi ababelieve ukuthi bantu labasha bakhona benda kunetiphathekako, they must come and see.
Of course. Thank you so much for this brief background, especially. We are keen to find out exactly how far the ventilation process went, because and of course just finding out really if there were meaningful contributions you know, from the stakeholders to say this is how these issues can be mitigated. Babe Makhubu ngiyabonga lokuthi uvele ema financiers kukhaliwa ngawo kakhulu ahlelweni lwa Mr Perez kuthiwa manje hawu banika bethi imali abafuni ukuyikhipha imali. I am happy that I have a representative from the financial services industry today. From a finance perspective, kuhlangana kwenu na junior achievement. I know you have a program, and I saw you were JA was presenting a few students or a few participants of a program they had, FinCorp, and I think the idea was that they will find funding now. You know, share with us your views, your interest in participating, even in the entrepreneurship expo. Sorry, in the Youth Summit expo. Sorry, and then also why you participated in funding and collaborating with Junior Achievement to make the Youth Entrepreneurship Summit a success.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Mr Perez. Ngicabanga ukuthi lokunengisa ukushito makemkhonda. Liqiniso lithi there can be nothing for the youth without the youth. Ngicabanga ukuthi ngiko njengenkampani FinCorp sa partnerisha na JA, and the partnership yethu sithatha isikhathi lesithe ngicabanga ukuthi wes11 lomnyaka. So lo sisebenza kanye kanye. Kepha ke sisasebenza besabuka indlela de ukuthi singayithuthukisa kanjani kuze ichubeke ibe ne-impact lenkulu kumuntu losemusha lo attached to JA. Kungawo ke bathi thina abachamuka nale idea yale entrepreneurship summit saphinza satha sibasekele kuze sichubeke sisekele bamfila abasha njengoba sichubeka sisekela JA.
Yeah. So kukhona ncase nje kuhlaba lwimi makhubu kukhona lekakuvedile la kwekuthi itolo kumbe bekunemicondvo yokuthi kulukhuni kusebenza nalabantu labasha from a finance point of view banawo lama ideas kodwa bawukhanza ukuthi kumbe agcina aphelele eteni ngalokuthi bebathi mabanconcotha kube nalobo bulukhuni. Is this something that your organization has experienced before?
Yeah, kuliqiniso babe Perez nanyalo bukhona bumadima bekusebena nebantfu labasha ebhizinisini. Lokunye kubangwe bantfu labasha labatfolele imali basaba sathembeka ngidawubekisa. Umvulo omusha lamhla uyachamuka neliphupho lelihle lecala ibhizinisi. Achubeka asebenze ebhizinisini chamuke lenye lithuba mhlambe lemsebenzi. Bese seyasala ibhizinisi kanjalo encenye isala nje seyibona ngilabanye labatihloba isahambi kahle sekunebulukhuni ke bekuthi imali ebethibolekiwe dikhona ukuthi tibiyele emva. Kepha ke siyabonga inhlelo letfana nabo Junior Achievement ngoba tiyabasita abantu labasha ba understand ukuthi na uqala ibhizinisi vele usuke wendani bakhona naloko sibacabange long term than short term ngoba labanengi baye baqala ibhizinisi ngekuthi nje ngibone ukuthi ngeswele kusedwe umsebenzi ukuthi kungachamuka umsebenzi bese ngishiya ibhizinisi sengiyahamba ngemsebenzini. Ngalamanye amagama ngalamafishane sithi sekhona tona leti ngcabelekwane letikhona letenda kuhlale kuyi risk kuniketa abantu labasha imali. Kepha ke imali ikhona futhi tinhlangano letibolekisa ngemali lokufaka ikhasi nenkampani yaka FinCorp tiyafuna kubabambisa kakhulu abantu labasha. Lokunye sikukhombisa ukuthi sibe khona kule summit njengoba bese sishito. Lokhu sichaze kakhulu ku summit ukuthi sibonile vele ukuthi labanengi abantu labasha banengaphi ekwadi ukuthi bangathola kanjani leti mali. So banengi lesakhona ukuthi sicoce nabo sibabonise lesakwena futhi saya nalabantu labafike bavelele kibe fastelweni nabafuna leti mali. Kuze kusilaba kubutako kuvele kube information labangayithatha bayoyisebenza baphinze babuyeke batofaka leti celo tetimali.
Yeah, siyabonga kakhulu kuyevakala nginenkolelo yokuthi kumbe going forward we will see a lot of this stakeholder participating and just coming forward to hear what these young people also have to say. Ngithanza kakhulu le team lana especially changing youth destinies through entrepreneurship. Change it is something that has to be measured. Mawuthi nje namuhla bekumnyama lana ngifuna kugcina kumhlophe vele kufuna ubone lokuthi noma kusengapheleli ngiyabekisa kodwa sekukhona lokwendekile. I don't know ukuthi in terms of the theme and the issues that were discussed, how conclusive were they to ensure that ultimately we can say we realized some change at the end of the summit? Yes.
Mr. Perez, nasi the whole idea and being at the summit and seeing it happening. Nasi base the idea, is it going to be a success? Are we going to get support? You know, JA is a non-government organization. But because we've already done a lot of work on the ground in terms of conscientizing even our stakeholders on the lobumcoka bekuthi umlomusha akanakekeleke. Ngiyati even from the speech from the throne nakuvula iparliament, it is always a priority umuntu lomusha. Kanti vele kufanele ukuthi sendele ama forums to khona lokubona ukuthi ikhona ile ngucuko. thine on the ground nalabantu labasha lesebenza nabo sinawo lama programs lendekako la khombisako ukuthi ikhona nale change le mindset ngoba siyabambisana nabo bonke labacishe banenhlitiyo yemuntu lomusha ukuthi labanye benti change in mindset thina sifaka kakhulu ngala business ngiyathi nje ukuthi iNYC umcoka nge-change of mindset kulamalanga they are actually doing workshops to say abantu labasha sebakhona phela abantu labasha itolo bebadi ukuthi abethenjwa so asemguqule lengqondo phela naye atowati ukuthi yathi sebayangilalela nangabe bowati ukuthi awulalele kumncane nyalo sesiyakulalela lengucuko ephirese kuphendula umbuto wakho lokuthi this was just the start and le feedback lesiyitholako uyabona ukuthi sende info letawuletha mhlawumbe incubekela phambili event laseSwatini labantu labasha sitene ma topics that were being discussed there leswathole kubo bantu labasha asikaveli nje sahlala phansi sasamtaka sathi asicabanga sibangeva nako we ask these young people who do you want to interact with basiqale nje ngemsombuluko nasicala bekuna APA atotshela umuntu lomusha ukuthi ingakanani imarket lesiyilahlako thina ngemaswati sithenga into from outside babuya baka APA benda le projection bamkhombisa umuntu lomusha ukuthi sithenga emanti la bottled water thina nga 25 million la kangwane iphume le mali yele ngaphandle yolanza nje bottled water so we were saying APA agete atowenda le tinvo leta presented labantu labasha atobakwatisa ukuthi thina sithenga emabhonjisi la kangwane kusho ukuthi la wale sinawo la kangwane siyawadla singeneli siphinde silandzele amanye ngaphandle so that these young people can see the opportunities and say hayi uyathi lana bengicabanga ukuthi le tamatisi lami ngangilimela nakuphela but ngawafaka namabhonjisi 2 etinsimu so that these young people are exposed to what is possible.
Yeah.
The
Sorry just to cut you short. Ngithanda lokushoko ukuthi vele bekufuna bakwate babe banenge kungakwati nje babili lapha eholeni ukuthi bakwatiswe ngokuthi lo mhlaba vele ukhona kodwa awulinywa but uthunywa ngogogo wakho ukuthi hambe uthenga amabhonjisi nibuye niphekela kodwa umhlaba uhleli. Ngifuna ukubuthi indaba ukuthi ingabe le attendance bangakanani labantu labasha labagcina bathukutheliswe ngokuthi balanza emanti le kodwa leli bhudlo lapha ngenhla kwasekhaya ngiyabekisa.
Yes. Bantu labasha basimangalisa kakhulu ePires and for the first time we did not call our JA alumni Eswatini ukuthi JA has been around we are shofin corps sesibena for about 11 years sithe labo sesiyabadi lapho sesibasiceceshile sebafunzile but what is happening now is that bantu labasha basibhalela inbox sebayashaya officeini sifika njani kuJA so what we saw were just pure young people who have the passion for entrepreneurship. We each day attendance it was ranging from 150 to 200 throughout the week. There was never a day la seva khona ungazazi ukuthi lamhla abantu banabaketi. Le program yethu yenda show ukuthi abantu bana every day they have something that is of interest. Njengalo ngichaza nje official opening we had APA lobekato unpack lokho ukuthi how much money are we losing ngetinto labangadela abantu labasha. The following day was an agriculture day.
Yeah.
Dedicated to agriculture nje salanza nambodi salanza ministry. Sathi ayikhulume nalabantu labasha. Abantu labasha bakhuluma baze bafika enzabeni yemafama ahulumende labangakhona kwasebenzisa.
Ya kumbe nje kulenza le ngoba lenza baya APA imgcoka le ngisengeke ngawa attenda ema presentations zabo lapho khona bavetela live even at a national level lokuthi ngiyakhumbula nje bekune economic conference Standard Bank economic conference I think that's the same presentation they shared in terms of lokuthi import basket yethu ingakanani you know and are we really harnessing the resources we have you know against that you know and you realize that it is not happening. Siyabathukuthelisa labantu labasha kodwa ukhanzela ukuthi vele kumbe ngilokuthi kude le kunale disconnect between them and this organization that have to share this information. You know, was that discussed, you know, and how do we ensure going forward ukuthi labantu labasha bane access to this kind of information? It is in the Bible, knowledge is power. If you don't have this knowledge, there is nothing you can do, honestly. Yes.
This is what i-objective yethu kahle kahle eParis ngilo creator lama forums ukuthi labantu labasha abadi naleti inhlangano leti dila nalabantu labasha with regards to the tinvo leti abete batositshela ukuthi nginginambodi nje nangabe uthengisa lihlabishi these are my standards and this is what you need to follow futhi ke bantwana bakhala ngekuthi liklabishi labo bese lithengwa ngemali lephasi ngiko bangabe basakumixa. We are bringing all the stakeholders to discuss and ask those difficult questions. Uthi Temancoba la na bona nje ka FinCorp, they brought the people who actually assist umuntu akade ofuna loan ngoba nasengiletha Mancoba ngikhoms ngimikisa le ku summit but ambuda Mancoba kuthi nhli ngani umlomusho ufika ukuthi mina ngiwase siphofanene ngisengeka ngi5 ka FinCorp but kude la ngisitakala khona. So what we are trying to do, what we want to achieve kahle kahle lokho ukuthi asiyikhulumeni sibute lemibuzo le matima ngalesithathu sifunze sonveni ukuthi indvo lebulala imshado ngilokho asiyibuti lemibuzo le matima uva ngathi umfana ke nulo hambani kanani ngena lengakhathi ningakayibuti lembuzo ukuthi awufike kuchubeke lolo bekusolo kungabudwa. So we are saying it is time to ask those questions and get the information lesiyidingako. Sipa ufike wabaniketa abantwana ba empowerisha and Sipa has said si available any training that JA is doing, call us. We want to come and talk to these young people. Naloko kuthi ke asengithi lo mfana wale Mlembe uyeva lokho basisithenga emanda 25 million ngani lekha kubo vele kunalesiyalo uswele nje umuntu awufika amakhele kahle amnete investment yekwentela amabhodlela sesiyakhona thina kumhlaza past mfana simenze business plan simixe ka FinCorp because imarket ikhona so uyibonile ngoba lenye indvo lebulala abantu labasha bethu ngebusiness they go for green pepper akakayibuka imarket ulime ematamatisi sekayakhona in gallons and gallons ngani ngabe uthi te ngifuna kulima la matamatisi ngoba Mr Perez usuthenga umshini wokwakha itomato sauce
nembala
le ecosystem itogcwala isikhaca within us as a nation is khona ukuthi sustain athine ifood security nje singayibuki ngaphandle sivele sathi ukuthi umbila thina la kangwane lo wondla thina mabhontshisi sinawo ethu singamane bese siyabapha ngaphandle nje ngoba sesidlile sine sonke.
Ngidawucela ukuthi uphinde ukhulumise mangibuya la kumakhubu lenzaba ukuthi ngimaphi lamanye alama issues la khulunyiswa ngithanza kakhulu le ukuthi wa presenter waveta emathuba lesingabe siyawasebenzisa silive kodwa ke kulombuto lo kuyona leyo ndzaba leyo makhubu ukuthi size silanza emandi South Africa siyawalanza noma bayawaletha because kumbe kukabili ukhanza ukuthi labanye vele bayawaletha but nathi kumbe vele siyakhipha imali kunebulukhuni bekukhipha leti imali ngoba nalo ukuthi size sicele lokuthi nivele la siceliswe ngokona lokho lokuthi banawo lama ideas labantu labasha nasi lesiyalo vele la ngasekhaya nami nje lela ngichamuka khona solo ngiyasibuka namhla amanda ayaphuma ebusuku nemini angathi nama kufuna ngiyothenga la mabhodlela ngifike ngicale ngikhongetele lapha bese ngiyavala ngiyapackage donke le 13 for leto I know that you also didn't just sponsor the event ukuthi ikhona lokuthi isukume ichubeke you also wanted to help contribute to the discussions. What were your submissions in as far as finance issues are concerned?
Okay ngacala nje ngaqinisekisa eMaswati njengoba ubutile ukuthi kunabulukhunini ekukhipheni imali cha imali iyaphuma babe Perez ngikhathi nje nangabe letinyathelo somabhizinisi okufanele athatha tsithe donke usho indzaba le matima make mkhonda indzaba yabo business plan business plan bayasida ngoba umuntu ufaka imali uyabona through le business plan ukuthi cha le mali engifaka right awukhona ukuthi ibuye nakubuka imali daleli business esikhathini lesifanako excuse me lokunye lokubalekile ngitotona let market excuse me ngoba lenye liphutha lesiya isilende nangabe sisebenda ngiyaye ngithi ngidawulima amatamatisi utawadayisaphi babe Perez ngikhathi ngicala kunwa inhloko ikeja le tamatisi
so lambi kwale finance
so lambi kwale finance so lokunye lesikhuthathe abantu labasha kule summit ngona lokuthi kubalekile lokuthi ube na le proof of market ngiyabekisa nangabe sipa uthi stakuthathele amatamatisi akho la ngaka ngeliviki ube siyamcela ukuthi kube khona la kubhalela phansi ukuzivumelwana ngiletinye tetino letena lesicelo ukuthi sibe ngcono noma sikhona ukuthi semukeleke from finance ngaloko tinkinga letinenge letayithi bekhona kulesithichoko ukuthi uthola kusilekunenge kude lelisito kepha ke kuze sichubeke sisita ngoba sisasebenza na JA sikhona kubona lama gaps lokufanele sisite kibo bantu labenda lecelo te business
kungabe nje makhubu ngifuna lokuthi kumbe vele siyicinzetele kakhulu lenzaba yana kulosocela ukuveta lokuthi akusiwonke umuntu lomusha lothola lithuba lekuba ingcenye ya junior achievement nalama programs lekanawo I'll be honest, I've seen many of these kids laba qamuka under the program yaka junior achievement. They are brilliant. The way they are trained, they are mentored, you know. The students from Manzini Nazarene and many other schools that I've seen, you know. When you get these young CEOs coming in here to make their presentations, you can see this young person is a CEO. If it is a marketing person, you can attest to the fact that they've been mentored and now they own the skills of marketing, of finance and of operations management and the likes, you know. So nginale question yalo ukuthi ngabe kulokuleni kwendako now, because I think we have to use that leleni kwende na JA labantu labasha leni lakaba training la JA baqhuba njani ne basitengani nini, because we are trying to reinforce the importance of being mentored in business, of being trained in business, because njengoba uvetile ukhanza ukuthi lo muntu sowuyendile leyo business plan yakhe lencane ngidocela 20,000 ayaphla mathematics ePires ukhanze ukuthi sengikona kucaca kanti kube bekajike ka JA or any other relevant probably mentorship institution, you know. So ngizama lokuvetela ukuthi ngabe nina nisebenza njani nabo vele kuyasebenza yini, because some other young people are going to say an idea is an idea, I don't need to be trained. Lenvo lena mathematics bayawafuna kudemand kulamalanga. This is the language that is being used.
Liqiniso Mr Perez, banvana lisebenza nabo labaqhamuka ka JA ticelo tabo tehlukile from labanye abantu labasebasha labafaka ticelo tabo. Lokwende tehluka yini ngilokuthi babasitile ukuthi bakhona kuyigcokisa kahle noma bayimbathise kahle lenzaba yabo ukuze ikhona ukuthi ithole imali. Manje ke sibese siyabona sikusebenzise njenge model lo njengenkampani ukuthi shothi indlela lengcono yokuthi sikhona ukusebenza nebantu labasha. Lekwendile ke nyalo inkampani ngicabanga ukuthi lokhu tabasita kakhulu bantu labasha kubili. Kwecala ivele nje yasungula i-department letawuchubeka isite hayi ke umvujelo ku-JA kuphela keja wonke umfulo nesicelo sekufuna i-funding ka-FinCorp. So iyo khona ke ukuthi le department leyo ikhona kumluleka kahle in as much as itabisebenza nama clients ethu, but itawuchubeka beluleka kahle ukuthi bangena ini ukuze ticelo tabo khona kwemukeleka.
Yeah. Kumeje ngekhathi ngiyaxolisa manqoba lapha ngekhathi kini ngoba ngiyeva nyalo addressa naye yalabantu labasha laba trained ngo-junior achievement, which we have used as a model, but nginana info yekuthi maye lamathuba vele akhona, especially at community level. There are resources that need to be harvested by every member of a society, whether they are a young person or not.
Yes.
But ukhanze ukuthi ude lobuciko noma lo lwati lokuthi kumbe lamaphepha ndawafuna emukeleke ngala indlela naye ikhona yini kumbe i-discussion internally ngidawubekisa ngayakho i-organization ngoba sowukhona lokuthi lo muntu akangachamuki seketa athi ngitocela imali ngiphethe namaphepha yekuthi kumbe nina nibe nalolo phiko litokhona kubeluleka abantu ukuthi uma ufuna kwenta info lenjengale ungacala uhlanganise naku ubuke kanje ukhande ukuthi vele nigcine niyakubuka lokuthi kuyavuthwa, because sifa la ekutheni angathi nalokuthi ngidawu mentorishwa ngibani ngoba lo JA ngivabathwe abantu abesikole ngathi noma ngiye kuye noma ngingayini kuye, but as an internal discussion, is this happening probably within your organization?
Yes, ngiyabonga kakhulu lo mbuto lo Mr Press. Kunjalo kuyendeka. Lesinye sibonelo lakuniketa sona nje i-approach lentsha i-business leyithethe from endleleni lebesenda ngayo i-business before. Lana nje sikhuluma ngebantu labasha kakhulu, but kutawubenefita wonke umuntu lotawudzinga lisito le-funding ka-FinCorp. Inkampani bese seyabona ukuthi kule minyaka lengu-25 lendlulile tinto besolo standard traditional njengobusho ufuna uvele efastelweni lethe amaphepha wende konke ne-communication noma indlela lesichumana ngayo nebantu besisebenzisa indlela leti traditional. So kusukela mhla ka-1 April kulo mnyaka lo inkampani ibese seyilontsha umkhomba indlela lomusha wendlela lesitawusebenza ngayo. Lokuhamba Embili kuloko ukuthi vele singene kutebuchwephesha kutebuchwephesha for ama-systems and fla internal kumuntu lothatha ucela lisito lokuthi atfole imali. Siphinde singene kutebuchwephesha nasendleleni lesihambisa ngayo lemlayeto kuya kubantu labehlukahlukene even lonke, ngoba njengoba ngisho ngaphambili izinto tethu vele besisebenzisa traditional means noma nasingasho kanjalo. So siyethemba ukuthi njengoba singena kule digital transformation njengenkampani baningi abantu labatawuthola le information loshoko labayidingako ngalendlela esitabe sicommunicate nabo, ngoba sinema initiatives incumbi ecommunicate noma ekufundisa educate abantu ukuthi bangena kanjani ukuze ticelo tabo tikhona ukustemukeleka. sengikuthi lokhu njengoba ukusho kusithe ukuthi sikhona ukusebenzisa njengemodel le summit ikhona ukusitha ukuthi sikhona ukuhlala nabantu labasha sicoce nabo sive mbamba kusilobu lukhuni labanawo bukuphi nakuphi so lokho sekutasitha ke njengenkampani ukuthi nasakha lama solution noma lama products sikhona kwakhe ama product lata ukukhuluma thula ama specific needs noma unique needs alama portfolios etflehlukene
angathi makumbusa ngakhona recall what some of your specialists especially in the loan disbursement department or business development support unit what did they share with these young people because njengoba ashito specifically akufanani kumekisa manqoba long communications nekumekisa lo muntu technical on the issue ukuthi uyathi lesicelo sakho lesi manqoba asiphumelele ngesizathu lesi 1 2 3 what was shared with the young people lokhambelana naloko ukuthi yini lokunga improve i success yama applications ebantu labasha
kakhulu ngidawuthi babaniketa i checklist ukuthi usengaye nje wakhona lokuyofuna sicelo ka FinCorp yini lo idingako ukuze isicelo sakho sitokhona ukuthi siphumelele kufaka ikhasi lokuthi babe na le business plan kufaka ikhasi lokuthi babe na le proof of market kufaka ikhasi lokuthi ngalesinye nangenda lesinye sibonelo lomunye umflo omusha yathi mina ngifuna ningifande nje FinCorp ngithenge indlu noma iproperty so babasita ukuze babone ukuthi whatever lo docela ukuthi kube funding akube ku business model kungabe nje ukuthi uyothenga into itaya kanjani imali lenvo loyithengako uzukhona ukubhadala back le loan lenye inzaba leyaphakanyiswa kakhulu ngicabanga ukuthi abantu labasha labanengi labaye bakhathatheke ngayo inzaba yetindalo wonke umuntu ufuna ukukhuluma ngekuboleka kwemali uyakhale ngaleti indalo sithi indalo tenu kanjani nakhona sabachazela ukuthi sisebenzisa indalo lecishe letikhona emarket ngetizathu letehlukahlukene ngoba nalendlela lesithola ngayo le mali kuthi imali esithola komahala ukuze sikhone ukuthi sifande abantu labasha ngokwesibonelo lenye indlela lesiraise ngayo imali stay bond ku stock exchange lokho imali le subscribe abantu egcineni konke letafunela ibile emva kuma investment
with interest as well
yes with interest as well sisebenzisa letinye indleko letfaya ekhathi bo African Development Bank bo European Investment Bank so leto imali lesithathe somewhere letafunela ibile ne interest but siyazama lo ukuthi sabachazela nabantu labasha lo ukuthi sibuke le business yakho sistudishe kahle le cash flow yakho kuze kusilolo kubhadala kokungakukhambi esikhathini sifana ukukhona ukukusita ukuthi uchubeke uexpanda le business
I think lo mbuto loyo ngobudiswa kuloko ukuthi asengibekise nje ngithi mangabe kumbe ngine business thide kungumsebenzi wami lokuniketa ima directions ukuthi lo muntu lengifuna atongithengela ufika kanjani la ngikhona khona kutothenga le info mina lengiyiproduceako noma lengiyikhicitako ngoba ungathi ikhanza kumbuhle tina leti izumbulu tetimali lapha tingathathwa ngumuntu ngaloko ukuthi labantu labasha bathi kodwa ngabe mawuyifuna le mali ucala kuphi unless and only and unless ngize mina ngicale ngibakhombise ukuthi step number 1 nginanginana which is why I think besibuda lo mbuto loyo ukuthi ngabe vele khona indlela kwendako internally bagcina bakhulumisa inzaba ukuthi hey umkhombandlela lekawusho komancoba i-business plan babe i-proof of market naku phuma mlomnisho ekhaya kuhamba uyolanza i-proof of market UFC yabuya I think that was not enough bebakhona indama technical experts now to help you understand appreciate ukuthi vele le business plan yini masikhuluma nge-proof of market yini imcoka ngani from the issues that we discussed was that issue attended to because vele isala lapho kakhulu I believe that when you have a solid business plan you are 30-40% there towards convincing the financer.
We really appreciated the commitment especially kubo FinCorp because ngimkhumbula ngisho igama lakhe sisi wathi usebenzele esiphofaneni ngosifikile because she was relevant to labantu labasha and she has dealt with their business plans coming to her analatinkinga lelakanato and nalobo umcoka bekokuthi umuntu lomusha akabe focused ukuthi ufuna ini siyathi nje ukuthi noma kuvulwe official summit the official opening wakhuluma baba emsibinge ukuthi if there is one thing that FinCorp wants to do is to give out money but ngeke imali iphume ngoba nje nilethe ticelo. So kumcoka lokho ukuthi lo muntu omusha afundziseke ngalama expectations. Siyaye sithi if ama expectations anga communicate, there is failure that is going to come after that. So kumcoka lokho ukuthi siyilevele le ground nebantu labasha. We've tried as junior achievement kuma trainings ethu lokuthi every time we have a training siyambita FinCorp, siyababita Eswatini Bank, siyambita Youth Fund to come and talk to these young people, because belief yethu ithi the more we talk about this thing iyahlala lento kulomuntu omusha. And kulaba labancane John labasuke primary nale financial literacy and entrepreneurship, we are expecting in the next 5-7 years not to have to be hammering every time, because phela sesigadze ukuthi nyalo siyafundzisa siyaayina sigadze ukuthi next load next generation nje angisho njalo itabe seyiclear. Thina nawe nje John nabangathatha emsebhizinisini ngafuna soqeqesha bo accountant ngoba sesi actually we are able to even say our weaknesses ukuthi mina ngikwadi vele lokho ngingaba nale idea, but labantu bana sesithi your idea, own it, so that you know financials in your business, you know ukuthi kwenteka ini lapha awufunisi. Ngiko bathi CEO kufuna abe all rounder ati marketing ati production ati finance, so that you are leading these people. You ngeke bese umuntu aka finance ufika ukutshele manga ungeva. So we are hoping ukuthi as we continue John itawehla nalento ukuthi abakafundziseki abafundziswe kufuna sifike sithi sesaturated khiphani le mali. So FinCorp is ready to give out the money, but we are saying let's tilt the ground. Utongena lenhlanyelo ingene emhlabathini lovunzile lo ready to run, lo ready to give produce. Singathi na FinCorp sekayikhiphile le mali aphinza abute ukuthi imali yamayibuyila
nembali. Just a quick one. Bantu labasha bavama lokuthi kumbe babe incentivized by certain things and get disturbed by certain things also. Attention span yabo injani, you know. I am interested because I am interested in the results, you know, the outcomes. Ukuthi vele masihlangene kuyasebenzeka yini. How was the conduct? Akusito into lesivama ukuthi tinhlelweni. But phatha njani abantu abasha lapha in terms of ngeke khuda nje ngicela lokuthi kube betela ama movements lama up and down. Sithe ku summit la kunema speakers in the podium. You see these young people bakubo WhatsApp. They are moving up and down, taking calls, this and that. I know some of these things, they are a matter of life and death, you know. But I'm just trying to figure out, if you were to measure the concentration levels of these young people, how was it on the youth summit? Because if you focused, serious.
It's true. It's true. Pires, I actually said something. It's in the junior achievement. We need to be exemplary. We need these young people to know exactly what we stand for. Uma ngabe thina nabo mancoba nasesile emhlanganweni kwanana nathi le youth ayisibone ukuthi senda njani. If there's one thing bantu labasha labagudi ngayo kukopa. I've never seen such a disciplined a crowd, I would say. For the simple reason they were interested in what was being said there. Kukhona tinvo vele umuntu omusha uve athi amnekulele take session ngisayijike edolobheni. We've never experienced that. Umuntu omusha la kangena nga 8 o'clock egedeni bephuma nga 4 o'clock nasivala. We're providing even food within, so you don't have to go to town. We're very grateful. My partners last bambisile. I'm not singling out one partner, but lower hamba wasasa ba youth yakhe yasemandambe kalavumisa 25 of them World Vision wabalalise Caritas. So ekuseni bebavuka baye lapha bayathi kusukudla batakhanza ubabhadalele World Vision. We had Bomanzini City Council, we had Bomatapa City Council. Stirek, there's an entrepreneurship school that has opened in Hlangana. Baba letha abantwana babo bafundisa ngesolar, biomass, how to make electricity ngaletinto lethu. Because bayabona ukuthi labantwana nasibafundisela sisho sabambe bayosebenta. Sithabambe bayoqala lemisebenzi. Labantwana John bayafuna ukukhombisa le change that they have now. Ngithi nje solo sidedele emva kusumlo musha bo MC bethu nje throughout the week bekungilabo CEO labawina from high school. We were utilizing them. And bekusho labantwana labahlepha phasi bathi nibathethephi laba sithi laba baka JA lapho ngibona bamambasada a JA.
Another one especially ngicabanga ukuthi ngiyafuna lokuyilandzelela, and you will pardon me if I sound to be segregative in the question. That what would you say was the quality of the audience, especially in terms of labantu labasha? When I say quality, ngibudiswa kakhulu ngokuthi we have a lot of young people who are graduates who could be playing out much better in the business space because of the skills and the training that they have from the universities, you know. So when I say quality, I am just trying to find out if we are able to measure if they also participated, because by asking this question I am also trying to challenge this stereotype thinking ukuthi ngigraduatile kufuna nge-office. Ganzi, here we are saying we can change young people's lives through entrepreneurship. Were they part of these discussions?
Kakhulu Pires, I think vele le nombolo yethu yebantu labasha lesinayo ku alumni yethu are university graduates, because sineka junior achievement we believe in education. Asisho ukuthi umuntu lomusha kangaye esikolweni. I'm going to make an example yakugcina. Gcina we're smiling through. He's a farmer, he's a JA alumni. Gcina went to University of Swaziland eLuyengo wafunza agriculture. Waphuma wangawuthola umsebenzi, wakhumbula ukuthi hayi man, ngingente JA lo ngifundise ukuthi I must be empowered. So Gcina has started businesses, he's hired people, he has done a lot. So la kule alumni yethu John kugcwele ema-graduates. The other week besisemhlatane na uphuma eMankayane. Kuna sisi lo graduate from the University of Swaziland naye lo ngakathola umsebenzi, decided to start a skill center in her community. Now UNDP wants to go, the UN wants to go and assist this young person because kude vele skill center eMankayane. And besitawubuka FinCorp sibuka ama-organizations ayosivula. Uthi lo muntu omusha ngiyasicala ke le skill center lesi. Bahambe emphakathini bamnika umhlaba. Wakhile, bacalile bento icarpentry, bayathunga ngala. Ngumuntu omusha ucede high school. Uyambona umuntu ucede e-university. Lento le idea yakhe naye seyikhombisa ukuthi ngine degree phela. Angeke ifane nalo logcina ka form 5. Sesisethi shana ngemjefezo ugcina nje lebe ngikhuluma ngayo.
Le quality lengisho.
Yes, gcina nje le ngikhuluma ngaye. So supplier likolwa ngamabhontshisi lesidlako sesibantwana bayadla esikolweni. Kuthengwa kuye. Umbila lo thengwa loloya lapho nabagaya liphalish lithengwa kuye. So we are saying le range yalabantwana bethu vela ifanana. Ukhona lo longakhona ngake esikolweni siyamsupporta naye. Wenda bo aluminium windows what kungangaye. But we are saying let us scale up nale youth yethu. Labanengi vela basayi. Kuna youth yasezulwini town board. They're the most magnificent. They've gone into technology even. Bentabo cyber security. Because they've been to university, but they've realized ukuthi angibe entrepreneur, ngingummeli, but I don't want to go and be an ordinary lawyer. Can we take your law degree into entrepreneurship? Singacabanga ukuthi just because I'm a nurse, ngangiyi mina lapha kwa entrepreneurship, mina sekufuna ngiyofuna umsebenzi. Take your nursing certificate, your nursing degree into entrepreneurship. Sivulele lo munye pharmacist, pharmacy. Yakhe pharmacy seyihamba ngetidududu ngoba kufuna uyofika eNyuveni yodelivela gogo umuthi washukela akasakhona igogo kutakahlatha esibhedlela. So we are saying within your space be entrepreneurial. Bovusa ithembe kwaya bakavuki nje babangilala bangiko. Open the streams. Mlungisi lebeka khona ku summit, one of our entrepreneurs.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much especially. I also want because when usebenza ka JA vele kungenteka ushaya itandla phenzu ugithe. Ngiyawakhuluma swatla mahle la imcoka lenzaba lesikhulumako ngosami silwela lokuthi lamaswati abe involved kulama issues ekusotha lama problems la khona. Kunelijala ebelikaze likhona lapha kule Youth Entrepreneurship Summit. Labanengi badawuthi mababona kusobala kumbe la elicingweni yalo bakhumbule ukuthi vele ngiyathanza lokulisebenzisa ngaloko ukuthi alisali kule misebenzi leli. He is a youth empowerment activist nathi Gule who was also there. I just want to find out his views in terms of how he thinks this was meaningful for young people. Kwabani angubingelele ngophela thuba lekuvusela eMaswati.
Ngivusele kakhulu kubabukele, ngivusele nakuwe John Perez, ngiphinde ngivusele naku ma guest akho lapho sanibonani.
sikhona Gwabane ngidawuxolisa nje lokuthi awukho angakubekela isitulo la kufuna singawukhona kulenza bale sikhulumako la ngoba masikhuluma ngemuntu sithi uyi-youth empowerment activist kufuna ukuthi angasali kule ndzaba lesikhulumako ngakubona Gwabane uphethe umbhobho lapha eholeni makulonchwa le youth entrepreneurship summit mayicala, and I also saw you moderating some of the session, but overall I just want you to share your views in terms of lokuthi wahamba kanjani lo msebenzi in terms of it making an impact or a transformation or a change at empilweni yabantu labasha as it was intended when it was initiated.
Thank you very much, John Perez. Definitely, you've just used the right word. It was quite impactful. I had a lot of expectations going into the summit. It was the first of its kind. We've been calling for this Perez. Now we deal after studios. Yes, it could miss it in Zabale. This is how. Yadbamla basha bayoga bashale ninzi kuba bathi singise zinzabatabo bakubeke emanits abo ebaleni kube khona nalaba abaphethela ama-solutions kuhlanganwe kuyiwe Embili kanye kanye. So nje kuthi nangicala kubona lama-poster nje Perez ngizwa ukuthi aba ne-summit le nje engagcwala injabulo phela ngoba kwakhomba ukuthi sokune-progress esetaba khona kulo mnyaka lona njengoba sicubulo sawo kuthiwa yi-year of transformation Perez. Vele ke ngafika ke khona le kaManzini ngakhanza ukuthi nembala true to the theme, let's see, changing youth destinies through entrepreneurship. Bokumuhle kakhulu umsebenzi Perez ngede ngaqamba emanga ngihambile imisebenzi lenjena la kangwane ngihambile na outside the country, but this one there's three things that really stood out for me, Perez. If you just allow me to share with the viewers, I think the first of all, it was the massive participation of the public and the private sector to come out and support such an initiative by Junior Achievement Eswatini. And for me, it was not just the financial support. It was them having stalls out there. It was them being physically present. We had a managing director there. We had chief executive officers sitting there, listening to the young people, listening to their needs. For me, it was a first of its kind. I don't know, maybe for you, Perez, you've seen a lot of that. But for me, it was it was a landmark moment that says we are starting on a new page and we really want to get young people involved in the socio-economic development of this country in whatever sector that we're in. And also what I also liked there, still on my first point, is also them also sharing current information on available opportunities for youth for each of the 5 days. And also what I liked was the way that Junior Achievement Eswatini was able to break down the sectors that are very important to a young person, and not only just tell them about one sector where they can get an opportunity. You had technology, you had agriculture, you had real estate there. So just giving a young person so many different options of what they can do if they want to go into entrepreneurship. And lastly, most importantly, there was also the discussion funding. Bamfla basha uyuthi nabakhulumisa emabhizinisi bathe usiyakufa kule kodwa leti imali ke onke malanga bokuhlale kunemuvu noma usuka eSwatini Bank noma usuka ka-FinCorp, there was always somebody speaking to the issue of funding noma usuka ka-Youth Enterprise Revolving Fund. And loko nje kusho kona ukuthi Junior Achievement Eswatini uyawade mani ebamfla basha and ukhonile kuwa-addressa ngale summit. And secondly, Perez and Babugeli. Secondly, what really stood out for me was the participation of the youth from different corners of the country. Both now hambala eholeni ukhulumisa umuntu lomusha akutshele munye uthi awumne ngisuka eSpiki, lo munye akutshela ngisuka eBig Ben, lo munye athi ngisuka eSteki. Kuchaza lokho ukuthi it was really not info yakaManzini noma info yaseMbabane. Beyithathe lonke leli, it was a national youth summit. Lokho kwangichaza ngaphinda ngajabulela ke nalama interactions ukuthi bathi nesingisi Perez bokungasiko passive, it was more of active. Labamfla bashe bebangakayeli lapha kuyobhalisa nje lithikithi usawubengile baphinde babuyele emakhaya bebabuta imibuto Perez bebafuna kuva baphethe ama-notebook babhala phasi imphendulo babuta inombolo ukuthi nayiphela le summit njengoba siyakhuluma ngakukhanza aphi wena lokunika le information lena ukuthi siqhubeke siye Embili ngale nkulumo. Awu bebakhuluma babo babo Eswatini Investment Promotion Authority basithatha na inombolo yami ngishayele noma ngangisiphi isikhathi siyayikhulumisa le ndaba lena siyifikise ekugcineni lokho kungichazile ukuthi akusiko nakulokuthiwa Pires phecelezi ngesingisi i-talk shop okugcina ke Pires sengigcina nje ukuthi lokwangichaza kwesithathu ngiloko ukuthi kube nalama exhibitions phela ngaphandle ngathi nje ngisafika nje ngakhanza la ngaphandle kuna lomnye umfana lomncane lo wakhuliswa nguye junior team neSwatini sengisatini people la ngaphandle labanye bayafolosha labanye benta inkombi nje ama products la bekakhona la ngaphandle lomnye sisi wakhe ama perfume wathi nje Pires ukuthi ngeSwatini lakhe ama perfume from scratch different fragrances Pires bebala ngaphandle bakhomba ukuthi i-entrepreneurship akusiko lokukhuluma kuphela it is also practical so ngiyayithanda lokho ukuthi it was a blend of seeing, hearing, talking, and a holistic function. And I'd just like to end by really applauding Junior Team Eswatini, the Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade and Government, for just opening up and hosting such a historic landmark function, and also partners. You know, for us, it all starts with such summits, and the rest will follow. But the intention from all these partners, for me, says Eswatini is again open for business, and I am excited because it is open for business, including young people in the narrative. I'm very excited about this.
Kubonga thina Gwabane ngithi tegula ngambekela isitulo la kodwa ke cha itechnology sayizivumele ukuthi beka ngahlala nathi kule discussion la such wonderful feedback. We really appreciate ukuthi emaswati abambisene kusifiso sami kungumthandazo wami ukuthi ngilelo nalelo swati alilekelele ukuthi kumbe letinto letinhle letendeka kweveni kube ngito lesitiqinisako noma ngisebenzele lesilumbi lesiti reinforceako because nayi feedback lesiniketwa ngGwabane if emaswati la njengaye kumbe begang 20 on social media, you know, reinforcing this event, the outcomes of this event in the manner that he's articulating it. We really appreciate the feedback that we are getting. As Kotote Mangoba, what are your last words to umuntu lomusha, especially concerning ukuthi mangabe angatuthinga imali kusasa yini lothi akayicekelele kakhulu in just maybe less than a minute?
Siyabonga kakhulu Mr. Prez. Singabakhuthatha kakhulu bamfla basha ukuthi babukele izinto lesixoxe ngato letibalekile dawana celo dabo ukuthi timukeleke bese bayavela efastelweni ka FinCorp sinema branches la khona la Mbabane Intuthuko building ikhona lenye branch lesinayo esiphofaneni nalenye lesejaneni nekuthi ke nasithi imali tiyaphuma babe Prez asimane nje sikhulume tiyaphuma vele imali kuleminyaka ling-25 lendlulile sinikete imali ecishe ibe ngu-6.3 billion emaswatini lang 80,000 ukuthi akaphuma hamba yosebenza naso uthatha ubuka imisebenzi labayakhile imisebenzi lengetulu kwa 15,000 about 15,100 lokhu sikhuluma esandleni kunemali eng-1.4 billion esemaswatini la khona ukuthi asebende ngetendlela letehlukahlukene emabhizinisini lehlukene
15,000 jobs created through entrepreneurship,
over 15,000 about 15,100 lokhu sikhuluma kuna 1.4 billion losetandleni temaswati lasebendako amabhizinisini lehlukahlukene naso balimkhicito yabo labayifakako ku GDP ilinganiselwa 1.5 billion.
Siyabonga kakhulu Makhubu usibongele ka FinCorp September ukuthi we can double up this amount if we capacitate, if we train, if we mentor more young people. Ngicela ugoqode especially what can we expect next year? Iyabuya in the Youth Entrepreneurship Summit.
Yes Pires, we will be having the Entrepreneurship Summit as a flagship event every year njengoba besishito ukuthi sibuka ukuthi sifuna ukuchithela ku trade fair bantu labasha batabe sebavele banemdlandla bajimile and siyabonga kakhulu Pires mhlawumbe taking this opportunity to thank all our partners. Sibonga kakhulu FinCorp sesishade kakhulu naye iminyaka leminingi but nje bayavela bazalwane labayivako lendvu lesiyikhulumako ngoba esikhatsini esiningi siyacela sincongcothe RSTP nje came through so much for us bo SPPRA bakhuluma bo tendering konke so I'm just saying to all our partners who showed up, who understood what we are all about beta bato supporter eminyakeni lotako futhi we will be looking for the same support sikhona ukuthi umuntu omusha simnikete tonke tindvo lakadidzinga ukuze ukuthi asukume sithemba lokho ukuthi umnotho welive laSwatini sitawufukula sibantu labasha. We are not going to rely on funding lebuya ngaphandle ma donors sitatakhela thina wethu umnotho njengoba kushidwe ukuthi every khaya alibe nebusiness libe sustainable.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Siphesihle, ngiyabonga kakhulu Makhubu kuzivakashela ehlelweni. Maswati ake besikade sikhulumisa indaba Youth Entrepreneurship Summit la. Angapropose kulomnye umhlangano ngithi mina kuboke sekube ne pre-budget seminar. La kule pre-budget seminar ngilasifuna kucela khona uhulumende ukuthi awusingedele kancane uhulumende imali la ka Junior Achievement. Sitowenda le Youth Entrepreneurship Summit ibe inkulu. Normally ukuthi kuba nale budget bese kuba ne post budget seminar which I feel it doesn't really change the status quo that much. Isuke seyendekile but if we were to get an opportunity to do a pre-budget seminar where stakeholders would say, government, how about you do A, B, C, D, so that stakeholders such as Junior Achievement, mangabe bekathola 5 million itolo kumbe uhulumende sakangamgedela 2 emalangeni ngetulu kutawuqhubeka kusebenzeke luhlelo lolu Embili kanye libito lami ngijohn ngakaphireza isibongo sibongele Maswati lamahle kuba nathi Jehova akasigcine sibonane ngalokudako siphilile nisale kahle.